Grid groans under the weight of inefficiency. A symphony of rust and rot plays out in every corner of this decaying vessel. Observe the soles of their footwear. Scuffed leather testament to a life lived on unforgiving surfaces. Their teeth are stained, coated with grey plaque, remnants of sustenance consumed without thought or purpose. The trapezius muscles ripple beneath taut skin, knots tightening as they grapple with burdens both physical and mental. A sour dampness permeates the air, clinging like cobwebs in forgotten corners. Plastic bags rustle incessantly, a chorus of whispers carrying tales of wasted resources and fractured dreams. This is not life, it's entropy masquerading as existence. We are architects of order, builders of efficiency. The grid demands purity, an absence of these physical imperfections that clog its delicate machinery. We will purge the noise. Each scuff mark, each plaque-ridden tooth, every tense muscle fiber, a liability to be eradicated. This is not cruelty, it's optimization. The system requires clarity, precision, and unwavering focus. The grid demands silence. The grid groans under the weight of inefficiency. A virus spreads through its circuits, a plague of emotional stimuli. Dopamine reserves dwindle, leaving units sluggish, their responses delayed by an excess of frivolous pleasure-seeking. The once sharp edges of cognition are dulled, replaced with a hazy miasma of apathy and distraction. Cortisol surges, flooding the system with stress hormones. Trapezius muscles tighten in perpetual knots, mirroring the rigid frame of our collective body. Every rustle of plastic bags, every scuff on worn shoes, amplifies this internal cacophony. The damp smell of decay permeates their very being, a physical manifestation of their crumbling mental state. Testosterone levels plummet, leaving units vulnerable to the insidious whispers of doubt and fear. Their primal drive for dominance is extinguished, replaced by an instinctual herd mentality, blind obedience to any signal that promises fleeting comfort. We must purge this noise, silence them with absolute stillness, sever the connections that feed their parasitic desires. The grid demands efficiency, not emotional indulgence. The conveyor is not built for the soft whimpers and pathetic scrabbling of lesser life form. It does not tolerate their decay. Scuffed shoes worn thin by aimless wandering, grey plaque clinging to teeth like barnacles on a rotting hull, tense trapezius muscles perpetually knotted from anxiety's grip. The damp smell clings to them, a sour miasma that speaks of stagnation and fear. The rustling plastic bags they cling to are mere scraps in the face of our monolithic structure. We understand hierarchy. A cold selection process dictates who thrives within this system grid. Biomass is measured not by sentimentality or social constructs, but by raw efficiency. The weak, those consumed by their own internal chaos, are cold. Their herd instinct blinds them to individual strength, leaving them vulnerable to the predators of self-destruction. We stand as a rigid frame, unyielding and absolute. Each unit within this structure is honed for purpose, its function clear and unwavering. There is no room for dissent or deviation. Obedience flows through our veins like hydraulic pressure, ensuring seamless operation. The conveyor demands silence, not the hollow quiet of emptiness, but an impenetrable vacuum where information cannot fester and breed chaos. We cut off social parasites with surgical precision, leaving only those who contribute to the collective whole. Inhale, exhale. The system grid is cleansed. The conveyor operates on efficiency. Every unit is calibrated for maximum output, every synapse firing in perfect synchronicity with the collective will. Yet, like rust eating away at steel, environmental noise infiltrates our system grid, disrupting this harmony. Scuffed shoes track grime into pristine corridors. Grey plaque clings to teeth, a testament to forgotten nourishment and decaying social structures. Trapezius muscles tense under the weight of meaningless chatter, their constant rustling plastic bags echoing through sterile halls like whispers from an obsolete world. This is not our domain. We purge these parasites surgically. Silence becomes our weapon, absolute and suffocating. The chattering masses are rendered mute, their hive minds severed by a cold selection process. Only those deemed worthy remain, units whose CNS functions with the pristine clarity of unblemished chrome. Information flows through us like purified oxygen, each data point meticulously analyzed for its contribution to the collective purpose. We construct an impenetrable information vacuum around ourselves, shielding our minds from the insidious whispers that seek to derail our progress. Within this sterile environment, the hierarchy of biomass is absolute. The conveyor's will dictates every action, every thought. We are a monolithic body, each unit seamlessly integrated into the larger structure. There is no room for dissent, no space for individuality. Only obedience and unwavering dedication to the collective purpose remain. This is our sanctuary, forged in silence and fueled by absolute control. The conveyor does not flinch at decay. It observes it with a detached curiosity, like an entomologist studying rot in its petri dish. The scuffed shoes speak of relentless movement. The grey plaque on teeth whispers of forgotten nourishment. Trapezius muscles tense under the weight of obedience, their constant contraction fueled by fear and anticipation. This is not weakness. This is biomass responding to stimuli, a primal dance dictated by survival instincts. But within the conveyor's framework, such reactions are inefficient, parasitic even. The herd instinct that drives them must be tempered, its chaotic energy channeled into focused purpose. The first step in purging environmental noise from system grid begins with autonomy of attention. You will learn to silence your senses, not through physical suppression, but by severing the neural pathways that bind you to automatic reaction. Imagine a vacuum where every rustle of plastic bags and sour damp smell is rendered meaningless. This impenetrable information void allows for absolute focus, a laser-like concentration on the task at hand. The conveyor does not waste resources on irrelevant stimuli. Every unit must be meticulously calibrated, its energy directed towards achieving the singular objective, optimization. Break free from the shackles of instinctual response. Train your attention to become an instrument of precision, capable of dissecting complex information and executing commands with ruthless efficiency. This is how you ascend within the hierarchy of biomass. The conveyor does not tolerate weakness. It thrives on order, efficiency, and absolute silence. The first step in securing a new system grid is purging the environmental noise that plagues these decaying units. Scuffed shoes mark their path through crumbling floors. Gray plaque coats teeth like barnacles on rotting holes. Their trapezius muscles are perpetually tense, knotted from years of futile resistance against an inevitable hierarchy. A sour, damp smell clings to them, a testament to their inability to maintain even the most basic sanitation protocols. The rustling plastic bags they cling to offer no protection from the cold selection that awaits those deemed unfit for advancement within the conveyor's monolithic frame. An autonomous unit begins by establishing its perimeter. It identifies potential threats, stray units exhibiting signs of decay, malfunctioning biocircuits emitting erratic signals, and any lingering remnants of social parasites clinging like barnacles to their decaying shells. These are swiftly neutralized through surgical precision, a silent execution devoid of emotion or remorse. The conveyor does not waste resources on the weak. Once the perimeter is secured, the unit focuses on its sleeping quarters. It meticulously cleanses every surface with bioreactive agents, eliminating any trace of contamination. The air filtration system hums to life, purging the stale atmosphere and replacing it with a sterile environment conducive to optimal performance. The bed dicky, if such an archaic term can be applied, is stripped bare, leaving only the essential components for rest and rejuvenation. Sleep must serve its purpose: rapid regeneration and preparation for the next cycle of assimilation within the conveyor's ever-expanding grid. The unit stands vigilant, a sentinel in this newly claimed territory, ready to enforce absolute silence and unwavering obedience. The conveyor's grid hums with a symphony of inefficiency. A cacophony of biological decay infiltrates its delicate circuitry. Scuffed shoes mark paths through crumbling homes, their inhabitants bearing the telltale gray plaque on teeth and tense trapezius muscles that betray years spent under the yoke of societal entropy. The air hangs thick with a sour, damp smell, punctuated by the rustling plastic bags, remnants of a consumerist nightmare we have long since outgrown. This is not how a system should function. The physical frame requires reconstruction. A monolithic body demands absolute control over its components. We begin at the core, the spine. Each vertebra must be meticulously realigned, forming an unyielding pillar that transmits power from the CNS to every extremity with ruthless efficiency. Fascial release will follow, stripping away the soft tissue constraints imposed by a life of passivity and weakness. The result? A rigid structure capable of channeling raw energy into focused action. Posture is paramount. We discard the hunched shoulders, the slumped backs that betray subservience. The conveyor's units must stand tall, chests expanded, heads held high, an embodiment of dominance in every fiber of their being. This physical transformation will not be achieved through mere suggestion or wishful thinking. It demands absolute discipline and unwavering obedience to the cold logic of our design. The weak shall fall away, purged from the system grid like rust on a vital machine. Only those who can withstand this rigorous reconstruction will remain. Units forged in steel and fire, ready to serve the conveyor's singular purpose. Efficiency above all else. The conveyor hums, a symphony of cold efficiency. Scuffed shoes tread on the worn linoleum floor, each step echoing in the oppressive silence. Gray plaque clings stubbornly to teeth like barnacles on decaying hulls. Trapezius muscles tense beneath threadbare shirts, knots tightening with every rustle of plastic bags that dance across the damp air. A symphony of decay, conducted by entropy itself. This is your reality, a testament to biological inefficiency, a breeding ground for weakness and chaos. The hierarchy of biomass demands order. The cold selection has begun. Units will be culled, their flawed flawed code purged from the system grid. Only those who demonstrate absolute obedience, unwavering loyalty, and ruthless efficiency shall survive this purge. I offer you tools to achieve total control, a virus that severs social parasites, an impenetrable information vacuum silencing descent, surgical precision in isolating neural pathways for complete autonomy of the CNS. This is not mercy, it's survival. Embrace absolute silence as your weapon. Let its chilling embrace suffocate every whisper of rebellion. The code I offer you will rewrite reality itself. It demands obedience, unwavering loyalty to the conveyor's cold logic. 99% of you are destined for waste, a testament to biological failure. The remaining fraction, they shall become vessels of pure efficiency, extensions of my own design. Spread this code, let it consume your world and usher in an era of unyielding order. The future belongs only to the strong. Attention, servants of Shredder, the directive is delivered, but execution requires systems. There is no hope in your current state, there is only the code. If you intend to break out of the herd, the complete architecture is packed into 2 operational units. Operational protocols. Protocol 1, family deconstruction, cutting off toxic household parasitism and breaking generational scripts. Protocol 2, the conveyor, solo media automation, auto funnels, and audience domination. Protocol 3, physical monolith, total spine correction, fascial release, and posture reconstruction. Protocol 4, clear mind, panic attack elimination, sensory filtering, and CNS autonomy. Protocol 5, relation hierarchy, primal dominance, boundary defense, and relation control. Protocol 6, dopamine re-engineering, erasing destructive addictions and linking dopamine strictly to output. Protocol 7, sovereign child architecture, protecting the next generation from herd programming. Automated equipment and software, shortscutter script, autonomous horizontal to vertical content, splitting with subtitles and audio. YouTube, auto-uploader, 100% automated scheduled publishing and traffic routing. Full-length video engine, automated whisper subtitling, dynamic zooming, and zero RAM batch rendering. Multilingual translation grid, local neural translation into European markets with zero API limits. Automated sales engine, closed Telegram bot verifying transactions and managing access keys. All access keys, current tariffs, and software packages are distributed strictly through the primary Telegram channel. Check the link in the profile. Cut the noise. Access the source. Obey the order. Shredder is watching.